I'm here with Isaac Nunez, who is the Executive Director of LifeWorks Ministry. Isaac, we're going to talk a little bit why I'm holding a futsal, which, by the way, I never heard of futsal till I moved to the United States, but it's kind of like a variation of like soccer, right?
Yep.
Is kind of what it's about. But first of all, you're Executive Director of LifeWorks Ministries. Tell me a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, LifeWorks Ministry. We're a young adult ministry working with primarily college-age students, and we have 3 primary programs. One on Sundays, we host a gathering anywhere from 50 to 70 young adults inside I'm talking to you, inside a living room.
You can talk to the
I'll
people
talk
at
to,
home
talk,
or me.
talk
That's
to
all right.
both. Yeah, 50 to 70 gather in a living room for a dinner, discussion, Bible study, and then we have a fitness club that we call the Build Your Fitness, Faith, Friendships, which is just an extension of that community. And then PD1, which is primarily what we're going to be talking about, which is a soccer, futsal ministry to use our young adult age students, young adults, to reach the community, the youth in the community.
And so I got to go along to one of your Sunday gatherings, your 724 is what you call it, for Matthew 724,
Yep.
right? And so I went along to that. I wasn't sure what to expect going in. It was, as you said, a bunch of like teenagers and early 20s, and I was like the oldest one there who came together. There was live music, there was worship, there was food. What is it about LifeWorks that you even needed to create this in order to have a place for younger people? Because it is about worship, but
Yeah.
it's so much deeper than that. It's about being in a relationship with each other, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah, the sad, scary, unfortunate reality is there are so many young adults that are depressed, are anxious, that face suicidal thoughts, that even if they have seen things that that are put together, they still have no idea what step to take in life as they enter into adulthood. And that kind of period from high school, college, entering the real world, as you say, it's a pivotal moment of finding your community. You leave your high school friends behind, and it's like, what do I do? Where do I go? And you start asking the big question, what's my purpose? So really, to create a space where you have a community of young people asking the same questions, and people like me, not that I have everything put together, but me and the couple that started this ministry, Redford and Liz, who are they're 75 and 69 in age respectively, to have people to come alongside young adults in this pivotal moment just to help think right, think forward.
And as I was there, this is not about like pushing God on people. This is about creating a space for people for them to explore themselves. That's what it's really about. And I loved it. I had a great time there. I thought it was awesome. So that's a great thing that happens in Granger, Indiana every week. That goes on. You talk about having the fitness every Thursday. But the reason we're here today is to talk about PD1, which stands for Player Development 1.
Player Development 1.
And again, this is about bringing young people together. So you've got your next kind of season of that coming up. So tell me a little bit about that. People at home, this is for younger people to sign up. That's what you're hoping for right now, right?
Yeah. No, so PD1 is a high-level futsal program that uses, like I said, young adult mentors, coaches to coach, mentor, and help kids get their thinking right while getting high-level futsal training, helping them get to the next step, which could be college. A lot of kids like myself, I wanted to go and be a pro. Futsal is it's a proven sport. You look at Brazil, you look at Argentina. I mean, a lot of these world-class players that you see in the pros, they started out in futsal. So it's a proven thing to help develop your game. Now, if we can bring young people into this space, get high-level training, and then also mentor them so that they can get their thinking right. We do something called the Ultimate 10, which are the 10 most important minutes of the training. We call thinking training, because there's nothing more important than the way you think. And ultimately, yes, futsal, but ultimately, we want to help people get their thinking right, because there's nothing more important than the way you think.
And when you say get your thinking right, what do you mean by that? Because what's right to you might be wrong to someone else. And is it about, God, or is it about just giving them the space to kind of to focus on good values, or what do you mean by that?
Yeah, ultimately at our core, LifeWorks and PD1 being a program of LifeWorks, we are Jesus first, Jesus focused, and we believe that He's the way, the truth, and the life, and we're ultimately hoping to point people towards Him. However, we want to create a space that you can question and ask, and ultimately we just want to get people even to ask the questions like, all right, maybe there is a God. Who is He? Like, let's explore that.
Yeah.
Let's not necessarily push it on people, but who is this God that people talk about? Who is this Jesus that people talk about? So
it's more about being His example rather than just a mouthpiece?
100%. Like I said, the Ultimate 10 is 10 minutes of the entire training. The rest of that is going to be the coaching. It's going to be during the water breaks, building the relationship. It's a lot more, like you're saying, about the example rather than the actual content.
And so Player Development 1, when does it start? How do people get involved? How long does it go on for? It's like 14 weeks or something like that over the winter, right?
About 14 weeks. Tryouts will be November 7th and 8th. So Friday, November 7th, Saturday, November 8th. It'll go up until February 13th, Friday. Sign up at pd1.us.
And so you talk about the tryouts. So is it not like everyone can do it, or are the tryouts more just a way to get people involved, to expose them to it, or is there a chance that they won't be able to actually take part?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Futsal is somewhat of a new sport to this area, so people come, try out. They may or may not like it, but there is going to be that opportunity where each futsal team only has about 12 to 15 at the most players on each team, and we're going to be going out and competing, playing in tournaments, playing in friendly games. So we want to create it in such a way that it's going to be high level for those that want to reach that next level.
And so although it's LifeWorks Ministry, right now we're at Lifeline Youth Ministries, which is like their hub in Elkhart, and this is where you're actually going to be doing the tryouts, right?
Yes, so Lifeline Youth Ministries in Elkhart, not connected with LifeWorks Ministry, but they have a beautiful facility that they've allowed us to come alongside them and use for 3 days a week in these winter months coming up.
Now, I want people to know I do not have big hands. This is a slightly smaller football. So what I want you to do right now, Isaac, right? I want to see how good you are. Now, I think it needs a bit more air.
Needs a little air.
Now, I want to see you hit one of the, actually, I want you to hit the crossbar. I know there's not technically a crossbar. So I don't want you to just get it in. I want you to actually hit the crossbar.
So for those of you that don't know, a futsal ball is heavier. This is actually size 3. Adults or older kids will use a size 4. But it's a heavier, harder ball. It doesn't have as much bounce.
Oh, so that is the actual amount of air it's supposed to have in it?
It has a little bit more, but that pretty much is it.
All right, I want to see how good you are right now.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
All right, it all comes down to this. Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't the crossbar. It went in though.
That was pretty good power. So you see on his t-shirt, pd1.us is where you can find the information. LifeWorks Ministry is their name of the organization. You can also go to lifeworksministry.com as well. Isaac, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.